Hello everyone, this is Love of Truth Tarot. We're going to get into another collective reading. I might do the signs, the zodiac signs soon, but for now, I'm going to keep it at the collective readings because I really enjoy them. And I've been doing like just general readings, but I think I might do more specific, like, you know, for example, like who are you type of readings, or what makes you awesome, or like the let me hype you up readings. I really like those too because it encourages people. Yeah, let's just get into it though. Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors of the highest white light, what do we need to hear? What do we need to see? What does the collective need to hear or see? Okay, we have Page of Swords reversed. This could, the first thing I thought of was gossip. This could be gossip. I don't really like pulling up that energy, but hey, you know, this is love of truth, right? So we have to look at the truth. Okay, we have Seven of Cups too. So might be someone trying to decide what to choose, but not knowing what to choose. Maybe being confused. Maybe listening to gossip. Maybe that's part of this. I don't know. All right, let's get some more. The Page of Swords is also like no communication, because usually it's a communicating card. Well, swords can deal with communication in general and truth, and when it's reversed, more so I'm thinking about the communication not being there. So there might be no communication with someone, and maybe this person and or you are not sure of like what to choose. Yeah, it's about choices. It's about, now there's an illusion as well, usually with this card upright. So maybe you haven't seen the truth of everything as far as this person. We also have the Eight of Cups. So this is walking away. So maybe you walked away from this person, or they walked away from you, because obviously no communication. All right. So there's an illusion. All right. Let's get some more on that, Spirit. All right. So either you or this person is discontent, or what am I trying to say? Mercury retrograde. In the energy of being discontent. Discontent? I don't know. I feel like it's not even a word right now. It's really weird. Or just bored, or just not happy, not fulfilled. But it's interesting. Always with the with the Four of Cups, there's always a cup that the person, he doesn't see, that's being offered from the divine. So either you or this person are kind of like, ugh, I don't want to hear anything, see anything, know anything. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, this is definitely a love connect, or I'm feeling it was a love connection, but I feel that obviously there's still something there if it's upright with the Two of Cups. But it's like this person or you are just like closed off from any sort of offers, even if it is from the divine. That's what I'm hearing. Well, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily the divine. I think it's more so like just not being interested in general. Okay, we have other cards that are popping out here. But this seems like there was this spiritual union. Now, what I'm getting with this, now, okay, all right. it could have felt like it was a spiritual union. It could have actually been a spiritual union. Or maybe we're not talking about a specific person. Maybe we're just talking about love in general. Maybe we're just talking about two people sharing their cups with each other. And maybe this is just you saying, I am closed off to that right now. Maybe you're not wanting to engage with anyone. This is also what I'm getting. And I'm getting that the masculine, see how the masculine's arm or the hand is reaching out to the feminine's cup. I'm wondering, there's something with that. And I'm thinking that it's the masculine trying to reach out maybe, or wanting to reach out to the feminine, but the feminine's just like standing there. And it's almost like she has this look on her face like, really? You know, like, are you serious? Are you really trying to reach for my cup? And it's like, I'm getting this like feeling of disrespect. Now, this doesn't mean that this card means that all the time in every reading. This is just specifically for this reading. That's how tarot works. It can bend to whatever, you know, other cards are on the table. It's interesting because I'm getting a lot from this card where it's like the masculine is almost like wanting to take the cup or take the love from the feminine. Okay, I'm not sure exactly, but it could be the other way around. It doesn't always have to be the masculine and the feminine. You know, roles can always be reversed, okay, because, you know, we're all different people here. And masculine and feminine, I just want to say that they are interchangeable. So a man can have a feminine, more feminine side, and a woman can have a more masculine side. But yeah, I'm just getting that almost like the masculine or one or the other is wanting to take from the other, and the one that is not doing anything is like looking at that person like, are you serious? Really? Right now? No. Like, no, it's not happening. That's just what I'm getting. We also have strength reversed. So there's either insecurities or a weakness. I'm getting some random things with that. So it's like maybe this person, you're their weakness, or there's some sort of weakness. There's some sort of, I'm really getting insecurities as well. Their insecurities have controlled them. It could also apply to you, but I'm getting more so that that's this other energy. Now, okay, we also have the Five of Wands, and that's like conflict, fighting, just not getting along. It's almost like trying to prove your point. Maybe you felt you had to prove your point to this person, or maybe they're wanting to prove their point to you. Okay. All right. We have more here. We have Four of Wands. That's support. Usually friends and family gatherings, events like weddings or reunions or anniversaries. Now, I'm getting there was maybe some sort of event or anniversary or reunion or something. I don't know. I'm getting that. I'm picking that up. Maybe you or this person is unsure of if this person is really supportive or if they ever were. Maybe. There was an illusion maybe that they were supportive. Maybe they actually were, but you just... no, yeah, no, I'm getting more so that there was not... Even though it's upright, it's under the Seven of Cups. So that's illusions, and that's like confusion and not knowing which choice to make, being in a indecisive energy. So maybe they were indecisive about you too. Maybe that's why it was like shaky ground as far as not knowing, is this person really supportive of me or not? All right. We also have the Queen of Swords reversed, which is under the Eight of Cups. I'm just getting like a bitchiness from this. I'm Yeah, like you let this person say their piece, but then it was like, okay, it didn't seem to go very well. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of communication from the Queen of Swords, but didn't go well. Let's just say that. And that's why there was a walking away, whether it was on your part or their part. Okay, we have more cards popping out. Let's keep going here. We have the Hanged Man reversed. Like, not happy. Okay, I keep getting this energy, okay, from this Four of Cups. And then the Hangman reverse is like just not happy about the fact that things are the way they are, or just like stubborn or pissed off. Maybe trying to like force things to happen, but the forcing, whoever did this, didn't work, and it didn't fulfill you or this other person in any way. Maybe you thought, maybe again with the illusions, like there was an illusion with this Seven of Cups. There was an illusion that the efforts were actually like taking you guys somewhere, but really it wasn't. And what's needed, what's majorly needed right now at this time is an introspection, a stepping back, taking time to yourself. And maybe that's why you don't see this cup from the divine. Okay, this is what the cup from the divine is that the divine's trying to offer you, it's almost like saying, here's your own cup. Did you forget that you had a cup of your own that you can fill? Or did you forget that God, the divine, the most high, whatever you want to call it, fills your cup actually for you? I mean, yes, you do in some sense, but it's ultimately God. It's ultimately the divine, okay, that fills your cup. It's supposed to. So maybe this is also, it's like it's saying it's meant to be, wow, so that you would go back to God. So you would go back to the Most High. So that you would rely more on the Spirit rather than a person. Wow. And I'm getting also not even just yourself, but relying on, like I said, the Most High. So maybe you're just not seeing that yet, but I feel like this reading is opening that up for you and helping you see that. Yeah, because judgment is an awakening. This is like a revelation. This is like, wow, an enlightenment, seeing the truth of whatever has been going on, and it's seeing the truth about this connection. You will or you are seeing the truth. I think it's just a process. I think you're in the middle of this process, seeing the truth of everything. And I'm also getting like the way that they have their hands up and out. It's like saying it's a relief. It's like, thank you, God. Like I can hear someone saying, thank you, God, for showing me this. Thank you for helping me see the truth, for opening up my eyes to what this really is about. Again, the divine. It's pointing you towards the divine. So whatever has happened, I believe, what this is saying is, again, it is pushing you almost towards relying only on the divine, not relying on this person, not relying on yourself only. Yes, we want to rely on ourselves, but again, it starts with God. It starts in the spirit realm. Starts in the spirit realm. All right, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. There's a releasing, there's a letting go. There could be a loss of money, but I don't feel that, because this obviously has to do with emotions and spirituality and dealing with a connection that was or is still going on. But there's a releasing. Now that's under the Strength reverse. So there are insecurities and weaknesses that are being learned to be forgiven and to be, they're meant to be let go of. And this is another reason I'm hearing also that you are having these revelations and understanding more that, oh, okay, I got to go to God. I have to understand that, or again, whatever name you want to call the divine, you have to go to the higher realms. And that's where it's pointing you to. And no relationship is going to be good unless you go to the divine first, right? If you follow what spirit is telling you. So that is a lesson all in itself. We have the high priestess reversed. So somebody didn't listen to their intuition, and that's what caused a lot of these fights and arguments. Lots of gossiping, lots of non-verbal. Well, there was no communication. I was going to say non-verbal communication, but there was no communication really as far as what this person was feeling. And I mean deeply, what this person was deeply feeling. Maybe they gave you a little bit here and there, but it doesn't seem like there was true, raw communication between you and this person. And that's why your intuition is in reverse, okay? So it was you, I think, and this other person, because we have two pillars, and I'm just getting like dark and light as well. There's a lot I'm getting from this, but mainly that you both didn't listen to your intuition, and you're learning how to more and more. I think that's my cat. 1 second, guys. All right, we have the Page of Cups reversed as well. Okay, the Page of Cups reversed, I always see it as an immature energy. Someone who's not operating from a adult type of standpoint, okay? It's childish, not listening to your intuition. And that's on the Seven of Cups and then the Four of Wands. So maybe not listening to your intuition and allowing this childish behavior, but only because it was an illusion. It wasn't seen. And I'm also seeing mainly the depiction of, I forgot what this is exactly, but it's like, I don't know if it's I don't know what's underneath this, but that's the whole point, right? You didn't know what was underneath. That's what I'm getting. I'm picking out this one specifically because it was like you're trying to figure someone out or something out about this connection, and that you didn't actually see, or that it wasn't actually shown to you unless you would tap into your intuition and listen to it. But I'm getting that you just didn't see it. You just didn't. Yeah, you didn't see it. Okay. And maybe your intuition was telling, yeah, this is what I'm getting. Your intuition was telling you, hey, this is what is underneath that cloak or whatever you want to call it. And you're probably like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to keep thinking about this logically, or I'm just going to give this person another chance because I love them. I care about them. Maybe there was a lot of support there in other ways, but I don't feel that it was the way that you needed it. But I do see that there was support there. There was a connection. There was there was a foundation in that sense of knowing that the person was there. But it wasn't on a deeper level, because obviously if that was needed to be uncovered, and you weren't listening to your intuition correctly, they weren't either, I'm getting. And you keep pushing and pushing, and you don't listen to your intuition. It's like you keep pushing it and pushing it aside. So the more that you do that, the harder it is to really connect with the truth of what something is, and to see beyond what is being shown to you. Yeah, that's another thing. Okay, we have the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is on the Eight of Cups, which is walking away, and the Queen of Swords, which is like a gossipy, bitchy person, or energy, I should say. And this left you in grief and sadness, despair. There's a lot of loss, okay? And I do mention this, I have mentioned this before, where there's one cup here, the Four of Cups. The guy's not really paying attention to the cup being offered to him from the divine. And then the Five of Cups, also behind him, are two cups that are still full that he's not focused on because he's so sad about the three cups that spilled over. He's focused on loss. He's not focused on what he still has. And yes, it's understandable to feel that way. You know, you need to grieve. That's why this card is existing, you know, or that's why it exists, because this is what we have to do in order to let go of something or someone, something that hurts us deeply. We have to process those feelings and look at those things, you know, face the fears, face the sadness. And that's what you're doing, I'm feeling. And this could be the other person as well. And then we also have, you know, like I said, the two cups behind you. And again, it's understandable to be upset about what happened. But I'm also hearing the message of learn to focus on what you do have. Learn to be more grateful for what you have, even though you don't want to like shove this under the rug and say, well, oh well, that happened and let's just move on, because it's not that easy, right? But you are in the process of moving on, okay? But you have to be able to let yourself feel. You have to let yourself grieve the loss, okay? But I think it's good to know that there's two cups there behind him, because what that's saying is for you that it's not as bad as you actually think. The divine has a plan, okay? God always has a plan for us. So there's something there for you that you just haven't seen yet. That's going to actually point you in the right direction of where you need to go. And see how he's facing the water. He's not looking at the water necessarily. He's focused on his cups. But that's another thing. So the ones that spilled over again. But the water is in his direction, meaning he's pointed towards the water. Now, what he needs to do is look at the two cups behind him. Once he's done grieving, and I mean, that's another thing. It's not really like there's a day like, okay, I'm done, you know. Sometimes it pops up here and there still, and it lingers sometimes, right? So it doesn't mean just because, you know, you think you're done, it's done. It's not that easy. But the main point, what I'm trying to say, is water represents emotions, cups represent emotions. The stream here, these are flowing emotions. There's a lot with that, but I'm feeling like he needs to focus away from it. Not to say to ignore your feelings, you know, like I said, you need to face these things, but you don't want to wallow in your sadness or like go too far into like I'm trying to pick up the word that I'm trying to use here. Like you don't want to let it consume you. You don't want to get to the point of, I was going to say the point of no return. That's what I'm hearing. Like you don't want to damage yourself. You don't want to spend your time like ruminating about this too much or letting it get under your skin to the point of like ruining your everyday life, if that makes sense. Now, I understand that can happen, but the important thing, I think what I'm trying to say is the advice is to pull yourself out of that. When you feel that it's taking over, pull yourself out of that. And that's what I mean by he needs to walk away, turn away from all of these emotions. Once it's starting to feel like it's consuming, like, again, it's important to have that balance though, and to be able to face your emotions, but you don't want to allow those emotions to dictate what your everyday life is going to be like. You don't want to say call off work day after day. I mean, you have to take off a day or two, but it's like you don't want to let it control other aspects like that of your work or with your family life or your friends or your whatever your hobbies. Like, yes, maybe for a while you're not going to be able to do any of those things, you know. Might be hard. You might have no motivation to do anything, but the point is not to stay there, to let yourself feel that when it comes, because if you ignore it, I think that's why, like, if we keep shoving our feelings to the side, I think that's why we get sucked into all these deep, deep, dark emotions, because it's so overwhelming. It's like a tidal wave. Speaking of water and emotions, you know, it's like, are you going to let that wave come and consume you, or are you just going to, like, because there's a wave, because when you keep shoving it aside, you're not facing it as it comes. So it's better to face, say there's like little waves and you're like, okay, this isn't so bad. I mean, yeah, it's sad and yeah, it's pushing me around and I feel like crap. I want to get out of this wave, you know, these waves pushing me around, so to say, with the emotions. But if you said, well, I'm not going in the water until I feel like it, and you never feel like it, and then there's this tidal wave that comes and it like sucks you in because you never actually went in the water, because you're supposed to go in and you're supposed to face it. I mean, either way, if you face it little by little, or if you have the tidal wave come in, it's going to, if you don't face it, it's going to face you, if that makes sense. That's what I'm hearing also. Okay, so it's important to face your emotions, but do not, you know, don't push them aside, and then one day there's a tidal wave and it sweeps you away. You don't want to get to that point. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, that was a lot in that card, but I think it was definitely needed to be said. We have the Chariot, and that's on the Four of Cups and the Hangman reverse. Yeah, I'm feeling this like wanting to rush things along, and maybe that does have something to do with what I just said as far as your emotions and like shoving them under the rug or shoving them aside. It's like wanting to move fast, move forward, but the Hangman reverse is telling me that you're needing to slow down. You're needing to pause. There, you know, maybe you feel like, well, I'm just going to be stagnated if I do that. Yeah, maybe, but I don't think that you're going to get there. Because if you have the Chariot energy within you and you just want to move along, you know, just keep that in mind, that, you know, you have that energy in you. So, which is good, you know, it is good. This energy is healthy usually, but when it's paired with the Hangman reverse and the Four of Cups, it's like, you know, you're needing to rest. You're needing to reevaluate. Get a different perspective. And then you can take action. So it's like saying this card is good, this card is there, this is what needs to happen eventually, but don't rush away or into anything else before looking over and and you know, like I said, facing your feelings, facing your emotions. Do that first. Get a new perspective, and sometimes it takes time, you know. And the Chariot's all about like, no, let's go now. We're going right now. We're getting away from that, and it's like, you can move on. You are. It's showing me with the Eight of Cups. You are. It's just, don't push yourself too much. I just keep getting that feeling. Don't push yourself too much. Don't rush it. Yeah. Two of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, it's like you feel like there's so much on your plate right now. And that's another reason you don't want to move forward, because if you're not balanced, you're imbalanced right now. So, you don't want to move forward if you're imbalanced. You really need to take a step back and reevaluate and look at everything and, again, face the emotions. And then we have it on the Two of Cups and we have it on the Judgment. So it's definitely telling me that that has to do with, in the relationship, even you felt like imbalanced. There was an imbalance and there needed to be an awakening. Now there is. And maybe this person's also awakening as well. But again, there's this imbalance. So, or maybe one person is more awakened than the other. Okay, it's another thing I'm getting. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. All right. Yeah. On top of the Strength reversed, and then the Four of Pentacles reversed. It's almost like trying to bypass the fact that there are insecurities. I don't know if this is on your end or this other person's, but it does feel like this energy of like, no, I'm good, I'm letting go. And yeah, you are, but we need to face things. This is what the whole energy I'm getting from this is, facing your insecurities and your emotions about this connection. And what do you really want? And what did this person really want? And what did they take away from you? No matter how much it hurts to look at that, what did they try or what did they take away from you? I was going to say, what did they try to take away from you? But it's like, what did they take away? Maybe you feel like they took away your strength. Maybe you felt that this person was your strength. Maybe they felt that you were their strength. They wanted to hold on to you. Okay, there's this clinginess, but then this also represents deception. This also represents lying, cheating, trying to get away with something. All right. I'm just getting like face whatever that is, All right, let me get another card on that because I just feel like it needs a little bit more clarification. Can we get another card on the Seven of Swords and the Strength reverse and the Four of Pentacles reverse? Okay, all these cards popped out. So maybe that has something to do with it. Queen of Pentacles reverse, we have the Devil, and then we have the Three of Wands. All right. So there was an obsession, there was like a bondage, there was there was an addiction to each other, I'm getting. Or there was like a clinginess, there was a hold, like you had a hold on each other or one had a hold on the other. There was definitely deception, definitely lies, definitely things that were hidden, like a sneakiness that led to or just incorporated a lot of selfishness, greed, and like wanting to move away from it, wanting to move on, but not knowing where to go. Again, as far as the Seven of Cups that we had earlier, like just being indecisive, not knowing what choice to make. Maybe you still don't know what choice to make. Maybe this person still doesn't know. But there was just a lot of toxicity, okay? Again, I'm getting greediness, selfishness. So all of those cards are right next to that. So I'm going to just lay them down next to because this was to clarify the Seven of Swords. And maybe this person or you, I'm feeling though, this person had a strategy of well, it could be you too, like some sort of strategy of leaving or getting out of something or, yeah, trying to get away with something, but also trying to exit like without being caught or exit out of the relationship without the truth being seen. Almost like trying to take the truth away, even though you can't do that. The truth will always come to light, and it will. Maybe you still feel chained or like bound to this person. I'm not sure. But I definitely, I see the release and the grieving and the walking away, the awakening, there's a letting go, but there's something either that still has you connected or chained feeling, or that is what happened in the relationship, and that's probably what caused you to release this. Because it's interesting how the Two of Cups is upright, and then the Devil is upright. There was love there, that's for sure, but it wasn't healthy. Let's just say that. It's very simple. It wasn't healthy because of unhealthy patterns, because of insecurities, weaknesses that haven't been worked through personally. Addictions, obsession. There was probably an obsession. It could have been a sexual obsession with each other, or one more so than the other. And then I just get the sense of the Three of Wands, like, okay, well, I'm looking towards the future and trying to almost like escape, but not like you're running away, but just like, what's next? But it's not like you're looking for another person. It's just like, what's in my future? It's kind of like you're saying, okay, well, I'm done with that. I don't want to go there again. That's just how it feels. And it's like, what is to come? Oh my God, I hate yawning. I'm sorry. Like, what you're probably wondering, what's in my future, or like wanting to create what's in your, what's going to be part of your future, knowing that you have the ability now. And I'm sensing also freedom. You probably feel very free at this time as well. And I'm getting like a sense of thankfulness that you are free. Even though the Devil's here, but I think this is just trying to indicate, like, it's indicating the obsession or the attachment, unhealthy attachment that you had to this person. So I'm going to leave it there. But I just want to say overall that, yeah, it's the most important thing I got out of this reading was to do the facing of your emotions. So face your emotions, your insecurities, revolving around this connection or this past connection. Okay? And things will resolve itself. You will heal, and that is part of that process. And then I'm getting also that your intuition is going to be more, it's going to be stronger. You're going to be more, it's going to be more intact, if that makes sense. Like, it's not going to feel so broken. Like, that's the vision I had was like, your intuition was like a machine or something. Not to say that that's what it is, but it was just an analogy of like seeing a machine and like there's broken parts. And if there are broken parts, it can't, the machine can't work maybe at all, or it can't work properly and can't work the most efficiently way possible. Once you fix those parts by going deep within, introspecting and facing these emotions, these fears, insecurities, revolving this connection, you're going to strengthen your intuition. And I'm getting also that you're not going to even recognize yourself anymore, which is a very good thing though, because it's going to be so profound and so strong. Your intuition will be so strong. You're going to be like, wait, who am I now? I mean, it's great, but you're gonna be like, wow, that was me. That's who I was before. Holy crap, you know, and you're gonna change so drastically. That's what I'm hearing. And you're going to be very thankful that you listened to the Most High, to the divine. So also keep your mind, your heart focused on the divine and what you're feeling, you're being told. And that's, again, going to strengthen your intuition. So thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, please hit the like button. And if you'd like to subscribe, please do so as well. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.